Coming up on the British TV Watchlist.
Critics used words like luminous and devastating. She was named a BAFTA Breakthrough Brit that same year.
From cozy mysteries to intense police procedurals, we talk about the characters, performances, series, and episodes from your favourite British TV shows.
Hello and welcome back to the British TV Watchlist. It's Michael T. So, you've watched hundreds of hours of British television. You got your favorites. You've recommended shows to friends, I'm sure. You probably talked about the writing, the locations, the atmosphere. But if someone asked you right now to name your 10 top British actresses working today, women who consistently deliver extraordinary work, could you do it off the top of your head? I'm not talking about Dame Judi Dench or Olivia Colman. Not talking about that elite level. I mean the ones just below the radar. The ones you recognize the second they appear on screen, but whose names you might not be able to recall in a moment. Today, I want to change that. Here are 10 women who deserve far more recognition than they currently get. Let's start with Joanne Froggatt. You know her as Anna Bates from Downton Abbey. She won a Golden Globe for that role, and 3 Emmy nominations came with it. But here's the thing. The roles she chose after Downton are the ones that tell you who she really is as an actress. In Dark Angel, she played Mary Ann Cotton, the first known female serial killer in Britain. Quiet, calculated, and chilling. Nothing like Anna Bates. In Liar, she carried a 6-part psychological thriller almost entirely on her own shoulders. She was in Sherwood, the BAFTA-nominated drama about a fractured mining community. She was in Breathtaking, about NHS workers during COVID. And now she's in Mobland alongside Tom Hardy and Helen Mirren. Joanne Froggatt is not coasting on Downton. She is building something one hard role at a time. Nicola Walker. Now, if you haven't seen Unforgotten, you got to put it on your watch list ASAP. She plays DCI Cassie Stewart, a cold case detective who takes every case personally, probably too personally. Walker brings this lingering devastation to the role that just stays with you. But Unforgotten is only one chapter of her career. She did years on Spooks as intelligence analyst Ruth Evershed, a fan favorite right to the end of the series. She was in The Split, playing a divorce lawyer whose own marriage is quietly fallen apart. She did 5 seasons of Last Tango in Halifax alongside Derek Jacobi and Sarah Lancashire. She was awesome in River, and I also liked her in Annika. 2 BAFTA nominations, an Olivier Award for stage work, and she still flies under the radar with most American audiences. That, to me, is a real mystery. You know, there's no mystery when it comes to golf apparel. Your top choice is going to be Pins and Aces, pinsandaces.com. Talking about actresses today, they hit the sweet spot with women's polos. I was just looking at their site. They're bold, feminine, stylish, and practical. Their polos are all lightweight, got 4-way stretch, SPF built in. The website, once again, pinsandaces.com. Use my promo code BTVW1 for 21% off. It's the best deal available. And so that you're fully aware, I get a commission when you use that promo code BTVW1. You save some money. You support the podcast, help me out at the same time, and get a stylish women's polo, maybe. BTVW1, 21% off at pinsandaces.com. Maxine Peake is from Bolton. She trained at RADA, the Royal Academy of Dramatic Art. She played Hamlet. Yes, Hamlet. On stage at the Manchester Royal Exchange to sold-out houses, and the reviews were extraordinary. On television, her range is genuinely hard to categorize. She was Veronica in Shameless. She led the legal drama Silk for 3 seasons. That's where I saw her for the first time. She was in Three Girls, the BBC drama about the Rockdale child abuse case, Black Mirror, the BBC period piece The Village, and the ITV drama about the Hillsborough disaster. The show's creator said she gave the performance of a lifetime. Maxine Peake is also a playwright and a director. Everything she does has this working-class honesty to it. Suranne Jones started in Coronation Street. A lot of great British actresses did, but the roles she chose after that set her apart. She created something remarkable as Rachel Bailey in Scott and Bailey. That show ran 5 seasons and is still worth watching today. My favorite Suranne Jones moment is from Scott and Bailey. There's a scene in Season 2, Episode 8, where she chases her brother through the streets. She catches and confronts him.
He's dead. Oh, good.
No, it's not good, Dom. Nothing about this is good.
But he can't hurt you anymore.
You're going to prison.
I don't care.
I care.
It's raw. It felt unscripted. That's when you know you're watching something real. Then came Dr. Foster, where Suranne played a GP who discovers her husband is having an affair. The BAFTA she won for that was completely deserved. And then Gentleman Jack, the BBC and HBO co-production, where she played Anne Lister, a 19th century Yorkshire woman who lived her life entirely on her own terms. She was executive producer on that series too. Lesley Manville has been working for nearly 50 years. She's done 8 films with Mike Leigh. She received an Oscar nomination for Phantom Thread, where she played opposite Daniel Day-Lewis. She's won 2 Olivier Awards. She played Princess Margaret in The Crown. She was just on Broadway. By every measure, she is one of the finest stage and screen performers Britain has ever produced. So why isn't she a household name outside of certain circles? I think it's because she doesn't really chase attention. You saw it in Mum, the quiet BBC show about a widow navigating life after loss. You saw it in Harlots, where she played a brothel madam. You saw it in Magpie Murders, Sherwood, and Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris. She has been nominated 5 times for BAFTA Television Awards. 5 times. Lesley Manville just deserves more. Monica Dolan is one of those names you should know but probably don't. She was nominated for a BAFTA for Appropriate Adult back in 2012, playing a social worker who befriends a serial killer. She was wickedly funny in the BBC mockumentary W1A, 3 seasons playing a communications officer at the BBC, so committed to saying nothing that she became an icon. In The Moorside, she played Karen Matthews, the mother at the center of the Shannon Matthews disappearance case. She's been in A Very English Scandal, Inside Number 9, and an adaptation of Agatha Christie's Witness for the Prosecution. She writes her own work, too. Her one-woman play ran at the Edinburgh Festival and won a stage award. That's Monica Dolan. Alexandra Roach is Welsh. She trained at RADA and has been quietly building one of the most interesting careers in British television over the past 15 years. She played a young Margaret Thatcher in The Iron Lady alongside Meryl Streep. She was Becky in Utopia, the conspiracy thriller that became a cult classic almost immediately. Then came No Offense, where she played DS Joy Frears for 3 seasons. She's appeared in Killing Eve, Black Mirror, and Inside Number 9. I saw her most recently in The Light in the Hall. Very good. And she's still only in her mid-30s. Molly Windsor won a BAFTA at only 20 years old. 20! She won it for Three Girls, the BBC drama about the Rockdale abuse case. Critics used words like luminous and devastating. She was named a BAFTA Breakthrough Brit that same year. Since then, she's been in Collateral and The Outlaws. The roles have been smaller than the talent suggests they should be. But she's in her late 20s. She has time. The ceiling for this woman is nowhere near in sight. Let's see what she does next. Hey, speaking of what's coming up, I like new stuff. And I was looking at some of the bamboo sheets at CozyEarth.com. There's this beautiful new color, mulberry. It's kind of a warm version of maroon. Spruce up any bedroom. It's bold, but it's not splashy. Experience this kind of luxury with a 21% discount right now at CozyEarth.com. All you have to do is enter our unique promo code BTVW1. It'll get you the biggest discount you can get at CozyEarth.com when you check out. You get luxurious comfort. We get a small commission that supports this podcast. Everyone's happy. That's BTVW1. Use that code at CozyEarth.com. Judy Parfitt is 90 years old. She trained at RADA. She appeared alongside Laurence Olivier. She played Lady Deadlock in Bleak House and received a BAFTA nomination for Girl with a Pearl Earring. And for more than a decade, she's played Sister Monica Joan in Call the Midwife. A supporting part, yes, but every time Judy Parfitt appears on screen in that show, the whole room gets quieter. She has this line delivery that's like someone very slowly turning up a light in a dark room. You watch her, and you cannot look away.
What cannot be changed must be endured.
Do you believe that?
When I was a girl, no. But with experience and age, hope dims.
When she delivers one of Sister Monica Jones' great philosophical observations about life and time and mortality, you want to write it down. This is not an accident. This is decades of craft, alive and working at full power. And then there's Ruth Wilson. Watch Luther and you'll understand immediately why she belongs on this list. She plays Alice Morgan, and she does it with this terrifying, brooding intelligence, and you cannot take your eyes off her. Every scene she shares with Idris Elba crackles with palpable tension. I thought she stole the show. She won a Golden Globe for The Affair, the Showtime drama. She played a woman in the grip of an affair. She was Marissa Coulter in His Dark Materials, a role that required her to be monstrous and magnetic at the same time. She's a 2-time Olivier Award winner. She's done Broadway twice. She does not make safe choices, that's for sure. Every risk she takes pays off. There's a new Apple TV project called Down Cemetery Road. She's opposite Dame Emma Thompson. When those two share a screen, pay attention. There you go. 10 women, 10 cases for why British TV remains the best television in the world. None of them is a household name in the way that some of their peers are, but they should be. Every single one of them has done work that deserves a wider audience. Every single one of them has taken difficult roles and made them look effortless. That's the hardest thing to do in any craft. Did we miss anyone? Let me know in the comments. Next week, we'll offer up our top 10 underrated male actors. Before we go, I want to say hello to our listeners in Amman, Jordan, Ajman, United Arab Emirates, and Columbus, Ohio, USA. A couple of listeners in the Middle East and another in the heart of the U.S. If you want to support this podcast, and please do, we need all the support we can get, check out our Patreon site. I'd like to see 5 new Patreon supporters this month. Just 5. Even just 5 will make a huge difference in the abilities it gives me to create and produce the British TV Watchlist. You can also support us by shopping at CozyEarth.com and pinsandaces.com. Use our promo code BTVW1 to get a 21% discount when you check out. That's it for now. Thanks for listening to the British TV Watchlist. Until next time, cheers!
The British TV Watchlist is written and produced by Michael T. in Honolulu, Hawaii. Remember to subscribe, like, and share. All rights reserved. Copyright 2026. Michael T. Media.